What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the awkward part in the beginning where there's nobody on, but I keep talking because I don't like when people see the replay and I'm just sitting here silently waiting for people to get on because that's awkward and no one wants to see that. So when someone does get on, let us know how the picture and sound quality are because we don't want to sit here talking to ourselves. That's always uncomfortable, but it does happen. Every once in a while, I'm on a stream and I'm talking away thinking I'm giving out this great content and nobody can hear me, and that's just bad. So we will get started in just a minute or two, but I do see some people on now. So please confirm that you can hear and see me because we want me to stop saying that is really what we want there. So yeah, anybody? Yes, no? Would love a little confirmation here. There we go. Eugene says hello, Chris. What's up, Eugene? I believe that's how that's pronounced. Chris says L7C. I guess I don't know what that means, but I'll take it as good. All good, confirmed. Brian, yes, here and see. What's up, Brian? All good, yes. Hello, everyone. I can hear you just fine. Yes, hello, I can hear you. Great. All right, so I'm getting the sense that people can hear me, so that's good. If you are on Facebook, do me a favor. If you're in a group, and go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Because then we can show your comment on screen, and you'll be eligible for the contest that we're going to be doing here in just a minute. If you don't, we won't be able to. You won't be able to win. So, and you want to win. Sleep sounds, meditation, and relaxation. It says, "Hey all, there's your free plug." So, in about let's say at 1:03, we will give away some Legiit merch, and then I'm going to introduce our guests, and then they're going to get into it because we got a lot to cover today. A lot of really cool stuff. If you were here last week, you should have been if you weren't, but if you were, you know what we're going to be talking about today. But we got some great stuff lined up for you. I'm personally excited and I know you guys are too. So it sounds like somebody else is having a bad day, judging by the sirens, or whatever that is. Yeah, Jim says he's here for Herc. Hey, Chris and Herc. Hi, let's LF go. I won't say bad words because I don't want to get demonetized, although pretty good chance by the end of this I'll end up saying one anyway. Mac says, hello, everyone. What's up, Mac? All right, in about 30 seconds, we will start our giveaway. Let me bring up my screen here and use the much better version than we were doing a couple of weeks ago. All right. When I say start, let's go ahead. What should we say today? We did Herc last week. So let's do Todd this week. Everybody start typing in the word Todd. And in 2 minutes, we will pick a winner. And this will be for some Legiit merch. You will pick the one piece of merchandise that you want from the Legiit merch store, and then the winner will get whatever they want, whether it's a t-shirt, a coffee mug. I think we got like a clock, a notebook, lots of good stuff there. And the software will pick a winner, so I don't have people whining for weeks afterwards because that literally happened. And there's no need to guess. Well, I guess you can. I was going to say you don't need to guess more than once, but I may as well because it helps the algorithm, because we're all controlled by algorithms. We'll go until 1:05. So we got about, of course, Windows 11 clock doesn't show you the seconds, but we've got about a minute left, and then we'll call it. When I say stop guessing, because that's annoying. And just getting things kicked off. We're going to get right into it after this because, like I said, lots to cover today, and we already got a lot of people on, and this is great stuff. We were just talking about it before you got signed on, or before we went live, and I'm excited to hear what they have to say for us today. Got about less than a minute left, so keep the guesses going. Got 33 entries, 34 so far. And then the software will randomly pick one of you for a free piece of Legiit merchandise. Whoever wins, you just email what you want and your shipping address, and if it's something that requires a size to help@legiit.com, and our wonderful support team will take care of you. So let me close these windows that don't need to be open because they kill your PC. We'll give this one more second here while I'm doing other things that I should have done beforehand. My Lord, I hate when I go to close a a program and it asks me if I'm sure. All right, that is time. So let's go ahead and draw our winner. You can stop saying Todd now, although I'm sure he appreciates it. And the winner is Chris H. I believe that is Chris Harold. So Chris, congratulations. I swear to God, it's not rigged to favor people named Chris, but you should email help@legiit.com with what piece of merch you want and what size, if it's something that requires a size, and your shipping address. So congratulations to Chris. Let me stop sharing my screen now. And today we are joined once again by our returning champion, Herc Magnus, and his tag team partner, Todd Spears. They are going to show you some great stuff today. And as usual, the best part about having incredible guests like this on is there's less work for me to do. So I am going to go ahead and toss it over to Todd now, and he's going to talk about what we're going to talk about.
Hey guys, what's up? You know, that siren you were hearing was actually me, and I muted myself after you said that. I wasn't sure if you could pick that up or not, but I don't know. Maybe they were testing their tornado sirens over in my neighborhood, but I kept looking out the window going, okay, hope that's not for real. But anyway, it's all clear now. I guess it just now quit sirening. So I guess we're all in the clear now. I don't know what's going on there. But hey, anyway, how's it going, guys? My name is Todd Spears. Sorry I missed you guys last week. For some reason, my brain had a meltdown in time zones, so I got here kind of late to the party. Herc was already presenting and already going, and obviously I didn't want to come in and like, hey, what's going on? New guy on the screen. So just kind of let it roll with the way it was. But I was there watching the whole thing, and I know that so many of you have left a lot of great comments about what we were presenting last week. So just maybe it's a show of hands, who was here last week and saw the Zagio presentation?
You guys let us know in the chat who was here last week and what you thought of it. There's a delay between when we say something and the comments come in, so don't think people are ignoring you.
Okay, great. Good to know. All right, cool. I see a few of you guys were here last week, and also apparently there's a lot more people on today that that weren't here last week. So I don't know, maybe if you can catch the replay on that. I'm really proud of a lot of the things that we're creating, and the way Herc presents it, and details why it does what it does, and the greatness that actually comes out of it. Now, last week was a particular product that Herc and I started working on back in 2015, and became what it was. And I've known Herc for several years now, and we both started in SEO. I've been in SEO since around 2003, creating and developing a lot of products in the space. And basically, it's all I've been doing for almost the last 20 years. Started online in the mid 90s and stuff like that. Herc was actually right behind me, starting up online. So he and I both have like quite a long track record at doing this stuff and being successful online. And what I've always come to realize when throughout my career is you're only good as your best tool, so to speak. And in this case, we're always talking about software and what software can do for us to go out and capture data, and then extrapolate that data into some useful information that helps you, win, helps you beat others, especially in the SEO game. Because the SEO game, as we all know, it's just an algorithm, right? And we have to understand that algorithm and then be able to, the only way we can understand how it actually works is go read the patents, which good luck with that. I know some guys that do that and learned a lot from them from doing that. That's also one way, but it's very, very complicated and hard to understand. But B is by researching the competition, researching what's working, gathering all that data in, and then understanding how it works, applying all of those things, and then seeing that they work, and then scale from there. So I've actually been a programmer basically all my life. I don't really program anymore per se, because we have a team now that does all of our coding, but I actually, started programming when I was a little kid, and, that was my career for a little while. And then I went completely online. But what we're doing now is basically developing software that helps us rank in the search engines. And if you were here last week, you saw one of our big pieces of software called Zagio that really helps with your WordPress sites and your plugin. But I want to back up just for a minute. After we developed Zag, it did wonderful and everybody loved it, and it got a lot of people a lot of great rankings. But then we also know that a big component of actually ranking in the search engine is, what do you rank for? What do you go after? What's a good target to rank for? What's easy and profitable? Those are the two number one things you really have to focus in on, because, I've been there where I went after a keyword, I would say several years ago, where I didn't have, some good technology that told me exactly what to go for. And it's a sad day when you finally realize that I just can't rank for this, or it's just taking me too long. I put a lot of time, money, and effort into something that just, isn't fulfilling me, right? And then you kind of ditch that and you move on to the next one, you try again. So what Herc and I decided to do after we'd been working together for a while, and after we had launched the first version of Zagio, we decided to create a keyword tool. And because keywords are, the holy grail of making money in the search engines, is being able to rank high and rank quickly and get the traffic and then get the leads or whatever it is you're trying to monetize with. And that's how we do it. So we set out to, ditch the manual way of looking for keywords and using all the keyword tools that were already out there. We've all seen, if you've been in SEO long enough, you've been exposed to keyword tools. And so we analyzed the marketplace, analyzed all the keyword tools out there. So we decided to build our own. And that's kind of what we're going to show you today. If you read the emails that Chris has sent out and the posts on Facebook, you kind of got all the bullet points of kind of what we're going to go over today. And so that's really what we're here for. And we want to show you guys how to look up and find, some golden keywords. We've got a good name for that. I'm gonna let her get into that here in just a second. But I really just want to come on here and give you guys kind of a little bit of an overview of what this tool, how it came about, and what its purpose is, and why we love it so much. And this is also something that we've been developing. I believe we launched this tool in 2016. And it's become very popular as well. So Chris asked us to come on again from last week and show you guys what else we have. So I guess that's really all I have to say about that. Herc, do you want to take it away?
Sure. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for having me back, of course. Anyone that missed last week, we kind of covered step 2 of the SEO process. To me, SEO is kind of a 3-step process. It's keyword research, on-page optimization, off-page optimization. And last week, we covered how to rank for multiple keywords on every page on your website using a tool called Zagio. We have an amazing response last week, but at the end of the webinar, we kind of thought, hey, what about, how did you find these keywords to begin with, right? Like, we showed you how to find some keywords using Zagio, but the initial keyword, that we go after, and we say, look, I want to build a website around this particular keyword, right? How did we find that keyword? And how did we know that that was going to be something worth going after, so that we don't waste a bunch of time and money building something that we either can't rank, or even if we do rank, it's just not profitable. It won't get us any clicks and it won't get us any sales. So we kind of did part 2 first, on-page optimization. And today we're going backwards actually to step 1. So I'm going to share my screen. I actually have a couple slides for you today, guys. It's not many, but it is going to give you an idea as to why we do this. So let me share that screen. There we go. So Chris Walker, Superstar SEO, presents how to find unlimited golden niche keywords in just minutes that you can register immediately for cheap. And am I still on? Did something happen? Okay. Just something weird happened over here on my end. So guys, when we talk about golden niche keywords, I'm gonna focus a lot on lead generation today. There's the total slide. I'm going to focus a lot on lead generation keywords where you're targeting a specific service and a specific city that are profitable. Okay. And that's when I say it, golden niche keywords, I'm primarily going to be referring to that, but this whole thing and everything you're going to learn and everything I'm going to show you today still applies to any type of keyword, meaning affiliate keywords, e-com keywords, or whatever. So what we're going to cover today, guys, is what exactly is a golden niche keyword, kind of the definition of it. And really the definition of it is, what is the genetic makeup of a golden niche keyword? What makes a golden niche keyword a golden niche keyword? What makes it so good? So the genetic makeup. And then I'm going to talk about why exact match domains, or EMDs, we're going to refer to them as EMDs for the rest of the day, but an exact match domain. And that just means when you find a keyword that you think is profitable and easy to rank, you go out and you register a domain with that keyword as the domain. So we're going to talk about why we use them, why I love them. And then this one's highlighted in orange because this is really the proof in the pudding that we're going to do today. We're going to do live keyword research. And you guys, to make this very, very transparent and to make it 100% legit, you guys are going to tell me what city or what niche would you like me to find golden niche keywords in. And I'm going to go out and show you how fast I can find tons of them. I'm going to cover quickly how to analyze the top 10 competition in Google so that you know when you're looking at this keyword, can I get this keyword to the first page of Google? Okay, and then I'm going to show you some cool tricks, how to sweep a location to find killer niches. So if you're looking for, a lot of people when they're getting into lead gen, they're like, what niche should I go after? And it's always the same that I hear on webinars: plumbing, HVAC, water damage, roofing, garages, right? It's always the same stuff. But if you really want to be good at this, if you really want to make money fast and easy, you have to go after niches that aren't typically talked about a lot. And I'm going to show you how to find crazy good niches just by looking at a single location. And then I'm also going to show you how to find killer locations for the niches that you find. So once you find a niche that you're like, nobody's thinking of this, but it's hugely profitable. Okay, I'm going to show you how to find the cities that it's going to make it even easier in. And then I'm even going to show you how to find alternative niches. Okay. So like I said, ranking on number one on Google is a 3-step process. Number one, you have to find good keywords. So it's keyword research. Number two, you have to optimize the pages and posts of your website. So that's on-page optimization. And the number three is you have to do off-page optimization, which is build some links, right? Now, in order to rank quickly, each step must be mastered in order. Okay. And if you don't get one of these steps right in the right order, it's going to be harder, right? So if you want your job to be quick and easy, make sure you're good at keyword research. Make sure you understand what makes a keyword profitable, what makes it easy to rank. Be very good at on-page optimization, which if you want to learn all about that, go back and find the live stream that we did last week where we talk all about on-page optimization. And then third, throw a few links at things. And trust me, guys, if you do number one and number two correctly, you do not need a lot of links to optimize. We'll prove that again today. We proved it heavily last week. So in order to rank quickly, you have to do those 3 steps. Now, people struggle with finding golden niche keywords. Not everyone. Some people are good at it, but a lot of people struggle with it. And kind of the proof here is on October, I made this post on my Facebook just to kind of see where we're at. And I said, comment with a niche or a city, and I'll reply with a local lead gen EMD keyword that's available to register, has decent search volume, high CPC, and it's easy to rank and it's profitable. Okay, I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this, but I want to prove a point about keyword research, that it's ridiculously easy. We had 95 comments, a very, very popular post. Okay, and that tells me like people are still struggling with keyword research. And keyword research, guys, because it's the first step, okay, you have to make sure that if you're going to go on a journey, which is an SEO journey, you're going to be pointed in the right direction, meaning you're starting with the right keyword. If you choose the wrong keyword, you might not rank quickly or easily. You might not get any traffic. You might not get any leads, and you're going to be wasting a lot of time and money. If you get that first step wrong, you're pointed in the wrong direction. You're not going to get to your goal as easily. So let's start with the definition. What is a golden niche keyword? Okay, from my own definition, it must be profitable. Number one, you don't want to go after keywords that aren't going to be profitable, meaning it's in a high-paying niche. It actually has search volume, and it actually has a good, decent cost per click, meaning people are paying a lot of money to get that keyword to show up, to get their ads to trigger when they're searching that keyword. So it's got to be profitable, okay? Can't be like, lawn cutter, grass cutter in, some tiny little town where, a little kid will do it for $5. We're talking big niches in decent cities, okay? Number two, it must be easy to rank, okay? You don't want to go after keywords that are hard to rank. It's going to be, weight loss. I mean, you're good luck ranking for stuff like that. You can do it, but it's going to take you a lot of time, a lot of money. So I'd rather show you guys how to find keywords that are easy to rank, meaning the first page of Google is filled with sites that you can easily beat. And I'm going to show you guys how to analyze the first page of Google so that you understand when you look at a keyword and you look at the first page of Google, within 3 seconds, you can say, yes, I can rank on the first page, or no, I can't. And you'll understand what it's going to take to get you there. And then an EMD is available, meaning an exact match domain is available to register. Now, that's not 100% necessary, the EMD, but it is going to be a huge boost. And I'm going to prove that today. Okay. So those 3 things make up a golden niche keyword. Now, the genetic makeup of a golden niche keyword. Okay. And these 3 items are so important. And the way that I came up with these is by doing analysis of keywords for the past, I don't even know, like 8-9 years, searching thousands and thousands of keywords and slowly starting to realize, wait a minute, all the keywords that are good and that are profitable and that are easy to rank kind of have the same genetic makeup, okay? And that's this. Number 1, the search volume has a sweet spot, okay? It's not too low, meaning that it's not profitable and there's either, no money or no traffic in it, but it's also not too high because competition often correlates to search volume, meaning the higher the search volume, the higher the competition. It's going to be harder to rank. So you want it to be not too low, but not too high. The cost per click, guys, is an indication of how much money people are spending to have their ads triggered when that keyword is searched in Google. If it's too low, that either means that there's going to be low value leads that you get, or there's no profit in it. If no one's spending money on AdWords in those keywords, there's likely not really much money in it. But if it's too high, it's typically going to be too competitive and you can't rank. And you see that a lot in industries like lawyer industries. So DUI lawyers, mesothelioma lawyers, they have like $100, $200 CPCs, but they're often, not always, often very competitive. So these are gauges, right? Number 3, the AdWords competition. Okay, you'll always see CPC and comp. Comp doesn't mean how easy or hard is it to rank in Google. What competition means is how many people are bidding on these keywords. So if there's a lot of a really high AdWords competition, a lot of people are bidding on these keywords, it can mean that it is competitive. But if you have a too low of a competition, it means, well, nobody's buying the keyword to begin with. So these guys, these 3 items make up the genetic makeup of a really profitable, easy to rank keyword. And it's something that I stumbled upon after years and years of searching thousands of keywords. Now, the EMD aspect, okay, why do I love EMDs? And there's a ton of controversy about EMDs. I'm sure you guys have heard EMDs don't work, EMDs do work. Who do you listen to? The way that I look at things, okay, and I'll put this in an illustrative format. If 1,000 people were in a room and I asked the question, do EMDs work? Okay, and 999 people said no, and 1 person said yes, I would ask that person, why do you think they work? And if he said, because I do it all the time, 999 people either don't know what he knows or just don't, they have misconceptions, beliefs that are holding them back. If 1 person can do something, anybody else can do it, okay? EMDs work, from my opinion, because I've done it. And I'm going to prove it even more solidly today, guys. But I use EMDs. I do a ton of research. I see EMDs all the time. They work. They're an instant ranking boost. Just trust me on that, okay? And put it to bed that they don't work. If you have a belief that they might not work, put it to bed. It's not true, okay? And why do they work? Part of solid on-page optimization, guys, is putting your keyword in the URL. Well, the EMD, guys, is the URL. So I have 2 examples here. If the keyword was Phoenix Plumber, look at these 2 domains, phoenixplumber.com versus rotorooter.com/Phoenix Plumber. This one carries more weight because the keyword is the domain. It's further up in the URL structure. Just like when we're optimizing SEO titles, the closer to the beginning of the title that you put your main keyword, the better off it's going to be. Okay, so it's no different for the URL, it's no different for the H1, and it's no different for the description. The further up your keyword is in the description, URL, title, H1, the better. So It is an instant rankings boost. Now, let's go look at some EMD proof, okay, so that you guys can really, really see this. So I'm going to open up a new group of windows here, guys. Okay, so let's look at pool resurfacing Phoenix, okay, as a keyword. This is one of the first sites I ever built. I documented this in a 50-page rank and rent guide I wrote way back in 2015, okay? Look at the #1 ranking site, poolresurfacingphoenix.com. It is an EMD. Now let's look at the backlinks, okay? Okay, this is an old site, so it's going to have a decent backlink profile just because it picks up links naturally. But notice 108 referring domains on a DA11, okay, and the page authority is 95 referring domains on a PA31. Let's look at the rest of the sites, okay? 114,000, 940,000. These are big, high DA properties like Yelp, Angie's List, Home Advisor, okay? 535 on a local company, another local company, 272. 122 local company, 623 local company, 156. Okay. Once again, let's look at mine. Okay. 108 on a DA11. That's pretty much the lowest on the page, right? There's proof. All the DAs, okay, the domain authority, mine has meaning I have the least amount of backlinks. And of the backlinks that I have the least amount of power. Okay. So if I have the least amount of backlinks and the backlinks that I do have the least amount of power, how come I'm ranking #1? Because of the fact that the EMDs work, guys. Of course, I'm also optimized very well. You can see pool resurfacing in the domain, pool resurfacing in the title, pool resurfacing Phoenix in the description. Okay. Another example, catering Stamford, Connecticut. Once again, EMD, catering Stamford, Connecticut in the title, catering Stamford, Connecticut. Okay, DA5, PA23, 31 referring domains to the page and the authority. Here we have higher PA, higher DA, more links, more links, more links, more links, more links, more links, more links. Okay, everybody has more links than me, yet I am ranking. This is my site, by the way. This is my site, by the way, right? The other one. Once again, less links, but still beating everybody. Why? EMD and optimization. They are a rankings boost. So let's get away from my sites. Okay, let's prove it with other ones. Here's one I found for San Antonio Roofing Company. Look who's ranking #1. San Antonio Roof Company. This is called a partial match domain. It's close to the EMD, but not quite the EMD. These still work too. They're still good too. But he has San Antonio Roofing Company in his title. Once again, let's look at the links. Okay, 12, 12, DA6, PA15. Stronger, more links, stronger, more links, stronger, more links. Okay, here's kind of a weaker one, but still, this one's the weakest, right? Okay, and in the comments, guys, give me a yes if you believe that all this. Now, you can see this, right? And sorry about the noise. My kid's jumping around upstairs. Told my I'm keeping quiet. Let's look at another one, roofing contractors, San Antonio. Okay, I saw something down here. Here we go, San Antonio Roof Company. Right. The reason I showed this one is to say the EMD for this site, San Antonio Roof Company, is ranking #1. But when you take a similar keyword, right, roofing contractors, San Antonio, okay, San Antonio Roof Company, you can still rank really well, okay, because here he is right here, still on page 1 for a different keyword, but it has the same semantic meaning, right? Partial EMDs work, exact EMDs work even better. Here's one more, guys, just to really hammer it home. Utah Glass Company, who's ranking #1? Utah Glass Company, okay? So EMDs work, guys. Now, the EMD opportunity, guys, that's available to you guys is there are typically multiple EMDs available for any given search intent. Okay, and that's an opportunity. And what I mean by this, okay, is if we go back to my catering Stamford, Connecticut example, this is a picture of my software Adwords that we used last week and we showcased last week. But my EMD is cateringstamfordconnecticut.com. But look at all these other words, okay, that they have the same meaning, the same semantic meaning. Stamford CT Catering. CT is the state code for Connecticut. Stamford CT Catering. A lot of search volume, okay? There's my main keyword, catering Stamford, Connecticut. Here's another one, catering Stamford CT, which is a variation of that. Here's another one, catering in Stamford CT, caterer, Stanford CT, all these things, guys, have the exact same search intent. The users who are typing this in are looking for the same thing, but there's not just one EMD for every niche city location, because people say things and search for things in different ways, which means there's multiple EMDs available for every niche and city situation. Okay. And look at the rankings: 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. Even though I'm ranking extremely well for all these keywords because I know what I'm doing and no one's really competing with me as well as I'm doing on this, I could have registered almost any of these words as an EMD. So if you get all bummed out, oh, catering Stanford Connecticut's.com, .net, or .org is gone, don't worry about it. There's other phrases that mean the same thing that you can use and still rank. If you watch last week's webinar, you'll still be able to rank for everything. Okay, so there's huge opportunity there. So let's move on. So EMDs are best, but partial match domains work too. And I kind of showed that already. So if we put it all together, guys, just find a profitable, easy to rank, exact match domain keyword, even a partial match, with the right genetic makeup, right? If only there was a tool to automate this. Well, Todd and I built it. We call it Keyword Supremacy, and it is a keyword research software built from a specific process that makes finding golden niche keywords super fast and super easy. Now, there's a lot of keyword research tools out on the market, guys, but we built ours differently. We built ours kind of based on a process instead of just, throw me a bunch of keywords and I'll do the sorting. Like Todd mentioned at the front of this webinar when he came on, that software comes in and then it gives you a bunch of data and you extrapolate data, but that's not the way we do things. We actually extrapolate before we get the data. That's what makes this tool different. So I want to prove how good this keyword tool is. So what I want you guys to do right now is give me either a city or a service, like a niche, and I'm going to go search live right now and show you how easy it is to find a golden niche keyword. So I know there's a bit of a lag, so I'm going to repeat myself. Suggest a city or a niche, and I'm going to go find you domains that you can register right now. If you're watching, you can go register these domains for just the cost of the domain.
And it looks like we got Fort Worth, Texas, Montreal, Chandler.
Let's go with Fort Worth. Okay. So here we are, guys. Let me just make things a little better here. So here we are inside of Keyword Supremacy. I'm going to go to one of the functions of the tool called the live database. Okay. And what makes this cool, guys, is remember I said that if I go all the way back up to the genetic makeup of a golden niche keyword, a sweet spot for search volume, a sweet spot for cost per click, and a sweet spot for Adwords competition, right? All the good golden niche keywords have these three items that make up the genetic makeup. We built the tool, okay, to set the genetic makeup as pre-filters, meaning I only want to look at keywords that have that genetic makeup, right? So somebody said Fort Worth. So I'm going to say, okay, so first of all, I can search in any country, right? The database for any country. Okay, so if anyone's going to ask me, does this work in Australia? Does this work in the UK? Does this work in Singapore? Yes, it works in every country. The first thing you do is select the country. By default, we have the United States. Then you put in a keyword, right? I want to search keywords that contain the word Fort Worth. Then I'm going to set my sweet spot genetic makeup. I want my search volume to be between 200 and 500. Too much lower, it's no longer profitable. Too much higher, starts getting competitive. Not every time, but often, right? Cost per click, I want to start with a minimum of $20. I want to make sure that people are spending at least $20 per click on keywords that have the word Fort Worth in them. And the competition, I'm going to set to 0.3. It's on a scale of 0 to 1. I'm going to set it to 0.3, meaning there are people bidding on those keywords. And then I'm going to click search. Now, what the keyword tool is doing is it is only going to return keywords that have the genetic makeup set. And once again, guys, this is the magic of Keyword Supremacy. And this is what makes this tool so much different than a lot of the other tools. Now you can see it went out and it was really fast and it found 219 keywords in the Fort Worth area that have good genetic makeup, meaning there's a high probability that many of these keywords, they're already profitable because we set the profitability filters, but they're also going to be easy to rank because we set the right search volume filters. Okay, so right away, I know things like attorneys are going to be hard, right? So I'm just going to skip and look for something. So attorney, tech, okay, Fort Worth, Texas movers, $25 CPC, 480 searches a month. Let's look for it in Google. I click the Google button. And of course, it's already giving me the, hey, you're searching too much, but don't worry, we just do these, and then they'll let us through. Oh boy, let's see, BERS. I can't even read these. TI. LECTINON. ENTIC. So I've never seen these ones before. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay, so let's look at the first page of Google. Okay, Fort Worth, Texas movers. First of all, let's do this. Is there an EMD available? Because if there's not an EMD available, we're just going to move on. Okay, so I'm going to click this little globe icon, and it's going to go check. Well, look at this. Fort Worth, Texas movers.com, .net, and .org are all available. I can click on the button. It takes me right to Namecheap, my favorite registrar with amazing support. Okay, $11.55. Nobody has this domain yet, okay? And the .com, .net, and .org are available. Now, before anyone asks, they're going to say, do you do .infos and .biz and .this and .that, and which one do you register? Okay, I always register in this order of availability. The .com first, the .net second, and the .org third. Okay, that's just the way I do it. Now, the more that are available, like if all three are available, .com, .net, .org, and the reason .ca is there is because I'm up in Canada. I'm a Canadian, so I always check the .cas as well. But if these are all available, that's great. That means you have lots of options. No one's really going after it. If only one or two are, the less they're available, that just means there's a possibility that someone's already got it. Doesn't mean that you can't rank still. Doesn't mean that they even have a website. Okay. It just means there's less probability that you're going to get something. Okay. So all three are available. Great sign. Okay. We know that's available. Now, can I rank on the first page of this? Now, there was two windows that were open. One was the broad match, and then the other one actually was the in title match, where we go in title. Let's go to Google actually. And I just use in title to kind of tell me, is it possible that not a lot of people are optimizing for this keyword? Okay, because what this search does in title, and then you put the keyword in quotes to say, only show me results where this exact phrase is in the title. And we can see there's only 6 results, right? Now, who puts their keywords in their title? Who's smart enough to know how to do that? SEOs, right? So what that means, guys, is for this specific phrase, Fort Worth, Texas movers, that only 6 people have their keyword in the title. So you're really not competing against that many people. So it's just an indication, but really the only thing that matters, guys, is who's on the first page, how are they optimized, and how many backlinks are you going to have to compete against? So first thing I always do, now we're into competition analysis, okay? This keyword is profitable. Moving companies, we already know they're profitable, right? We set the keyword CPC to minimum $20 and a minimum of 0.3, meaning there's people bidding on them. So, and we can see ads here, ad. We know there's money here. We know it's profitable. Now, is it easy to rank? That's analyzing the first page of Google. So what I'm going to do is take the keyword, and in my browser, I'm going to open up the search function and put in the exact phrase, okay? Fort Worth, Texas movers, and it's going to highlight everywhere it finds it. And you're noticing it only found it where I searched for it. Nobody is optimized in the title and the URL for that keyword or the description. Nobody. Well, that's a huge it's a signal that it might be easy to rank, right? So now the next thing I want to look at is how powerful are the domains in Google based on the links that they have there, okay? And so for that, I use the Moz bar. And once again, guys, I'm always going to see 2 types of properties on the first page of Google. Number 1, the big high DA properties, Angie's List, Home Advisor, Better Business Bureau. For those types of sites, I just want to see that they're, number 1, not optimized, and number 2, they don't have a lot of links being built to the page. So let's take a couple examples here. Yelp.com, okay, high DA 93, 10 referring domains to the page. This guy is building links to his page. So not great. And it's not really what I want to see. What I typically want to see is more, actually, I don't see any on this one. So this might not be an easy keyword. Typically what I want to see is like minimum or maximum 1 or 2 links to the Yelps and to the Angie's list. Okay. The next type of site you're going to see is the actual local moving companies, right? So here we're seeing this is kind of a high DA, so we'll ignore that. That might be tough. That might be tough. Okay, so this one's not that easy, right? So we move on, no problem. So we go back to our big list of 219 keywords, okay? Fort Worth co-working spaces. Someone looking for co-working spaces, $30, okay? Let's open up the Google search again. Okay, the in title count, only 3 results. Oh, I forgot to check the EMD if the EMD is available. Okay, just click the globe icon, .com, .net, .org, all available. Okay, once again, Control-C, Control-F, co-working spaces. Nobody's optimized. Okay, and I'm just going to quickly search through this to see if there's like a super weak link in the chain or chain in the, you know what I mean? It's weak. We have high DA, lots of links. Here's what I want to see. Okay, a high Anita. Okay, DA 27, PA 20, but no links to the page. This is a signal, guys, when they're not building links to the page, that Google is ranking it based on the domain authority, which isn't even that high because they don't have anything better. Okay, so here's a high DA that's building links. Here's a high DA that's a couple links. Here's a kind of a high DA with no links. This one isn't the easiest one I've ever seen, guys, but you could definitely get on the first page because of the EMD. But I'm looking for something that's super easy, right? We want super easy stuff. So let's keep going. Attorneys, Fort Worth air conditioning repair. Let's take a peek. And to be honest, usually I find them a lot faster than I am right now. So I'm going to speed up. That other one you could do, you could actually rank, but okay, AC repairs, not easier. Here we go. Okay, painters, bicycle shops, electricians. Let's look at painter Fort Worth. Okay, $30 or $29 CPC. I'm going to close the entitled 294. Might be competitive. Okay, nobody's optimized. High DA, some links. High DA, some links. High DA, some links. High DA, some links. Not the best. I'm looking for something that you guys will think is like super easy. Painters, replacement windows, Fort Worth. Okay, window replacement. What was the CPC on that? $50. In title 71. Okay, this guy has some sort of thing. How big is Fort Worth? What's the population? Does anyone know? Todd or?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's a big location. Not as big as Dallas, but Fort Worth proper, probably a few 100,000.
But typically, guys, are like, oh my God, yeah. So I like to go after cities.
Yeah.
If I want things super easy, I typically try to stick to cities with under 500,000. This might be part of the reason that I'm not finding anything very fast. I'm going to keep looking because I'm pretty sure there's something there. Look at this one. This is interesting. Fort Worth lawn services. So this isn't some kid coming to cut your grass. This is like, come to my property on a regular basis and service my lawn, right? Rich people stuff. That's why there's a $39 CPC. Let's take a peek here. Okay, 7 results in the in title search. So that's a little more promising. Okay, nobody's optimized. Here we have a pretty weak, okay, DA 18, PA 30, about 100 links. Okay, low links to a high DA, low links to a high DA. I'm looking for something that's just like, whoa, this is so easy. And let me give a comparison again, guys, as to why I'm looking for this, and I'll keep searching. Like, you're going to think, when I'm looking at these, a lot of you might be like, I don't really understand the numbers that you're looking at, or you do understand the numbers and you're thinking something like this, okay, where it's a DA6 PA 28 with 89 referring domains. You think that you're going to have to go out and build 89 links, okay, and that's just not the truth. Okay, so once again, if we look at catering Stamford, Connecticut, okay, it says 31 referring domains, but that's only because I picked up a bunch of links over time that are a bunch of crappy links. I think someone's negative SEOing my site. So if I go to inbound links, you can see a bunch of XYZ. So TNT codes, that's a data aggregator. XYZ, 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 XYZ. Someone's negative SEOing me. I only built 5 links to this site, right? And it comes out and it shows as 40 links, 31 referring domains. But here's what I'm talking about. We're competing against like high DA 1 link. I want to see that. High DA 0 link. I want to see that. But look at this. David's Catering, okay? 200, they're a local site. 283 referring domains, 178 referring domains to the page. But I'm beating them with a lot less, okay? And I'm showing you that. I'm still not finding anything that's super easy, but I'm going to. Fort Worth office space for rent, 29. That's a good one for landlords. I'm just going to go quick, guys, and find something that's super easy so that when we find it, pest controls probably. So you can see the high. Here we go, Fort Worth bathroom remodel. This is weak right there. See how weak that is, guys? DA 11, PA 16, 50 referring domains, 1. That's very, very weak. There's an example, okay? Here's another one, 0 links to the page, 796 referring domains. They're building a lot of links, but they're not optimized. Here's another weak one, okay? DA 17, 219, 3 to the page. Let's see if there was an EMD available for this. In bathroom remodeling, .com is available, .net is available, .org is available, okay? This is the easiest one so far. I guarantee someone can come in with an EMD, put up some content, like 3-4 pages of content, and get on the first page, okay? And the reason why, as far as the keyword in the title or description, this guy has it in the description, not in the title. This guy has it in the title, notice, first here, first in the description. But he doesn't have an EMD. It's an inner page and it's 3 deep. Actually, it's like 5 deep. You can see. So I call this 1. The domain is 1, then bathroom remodeling Dallas, then Fort Worth, then contractor. That's really deep. Okay. This is week 2. DA 17, PA 23 links to a page that's buried. Right? We're going to put our keyword first in the domain, first in the title, first in the description. This guy, someone can go register that. Fort Worth bathroom remodel, .com, .net, or .org. It's $30 CPC, 320 searches per month, and all 3 domains are available. And I guarantee you it will take you less than 10 links. If you do things right, if you watch what we did last week, okay, and you build a site, I guarantee you can get on the first page of Google with less than 10 links. So someone can go register that domain. Now, how much, if you built a site, a lot of people will ask, how much can you possibly rent that site for? So I like to go to a site called rankandrent.club and look at this /calculator because it gives you a good rental value, okay? So all you have to do is enter the search volume, 320. Okay, then it's going to say, okay, you can get, if you rank number 1 to 3, you can get between 60 and 100 visits per month. But not every visit is going to turn into a phone call. You have to enter a conversion. Can you convert 20% of your visitors into phone calls? If you can, you'll get between 12 and 20 callers. Next, enter the sales conversion, meaning not every person who calls is going to become a sale. But if you can convert 20% of those people into new customers, that means this keyword can bring a business between 2 and 4 new jobs booked per month. Okay. Now, how much is a bathroom remodel? Okay, let's go to Google. How much to remodel a bathroom? And this is something we're going to get an NVPS. Okay, according to Angie and Home Advisor, the average cost to remodel a bathroom is about 10 grand, but can range between 6 and 16 grand. Okay, so this is called the NVPS, the niche value per sale. If they're booking 2 to 4 jobs per month, they're probably charging out between 6 and 16 grand. Let's even go on the low end, the very low end. Let's say the NVPS is $6,000, which we know it's going to be higher. That means this keyword ranking number 1 to 3 in Google can produce between $13,000 and $25,000 per month in new jobs. Now, if you built a site and ranked it and wanted to sell the leads to a company that was going to get between $13,000 and $25,000 per month from new jobs, what percentage would you take? You know the company has overhead. You know that this isn't all profit. They have overhead. So say you took 10%. That means you could ask for anywhere between $1,300 and $2,500 per month for these leads, right? Even if you only took 5%, you're still looking at $700 to $1,200 that you could legitimately charge these people, right? So the keyword is extremely profitable. And it looks like someone picked up that domain. Joshua Garrett already grabbed that domain, guys. But let's go back to the search, okay? And remember, so bathroom remodel. Okay, now this EMD was available. Let's say it wasn't. I could come back up here, go into the search and type in the word bathroom. Oh my God. So I have Fort Worth bathroom remodel Fort Worth, bathroom remodeling Fort Worth. I have 5 more options that I could register EMDs for that are likely going to be similar competition on the first page. You can see this one's gone, but they still have the .net and the .org. So if each one had 2 there or 3 of options, there's 15 potential EMDs just in this niche in this city, right? What if we look at just remodel? Okay. Laser hair removal. I just typed in REMO. Laser hair removal. 390 searches, $40 CPC. Let's take a peek. Okay, only 43 results in title. Laser hair removal, Fort Worth. Okay, this guy's ranking number 1, but he's not that strong. Look at this. Look at this. This is exactly what I mean by massive quick wins, okay? The number 1 ranking site, guys, okay, is Milan Laser Fort Worth, which is our keyword is laser hair removal Fort Worth. They got laser hair removal in the title, but they're including their company name in it. So they're not optimized as well as they could be. They have 6 referring domains and 4 referring domains to the homepage. They are weak, extremely weak, ranking number 1. Why? Because they have the best combination of a partial match EMD with decent optimization. But I guarantee you guys, laser hair removal Fort Worth. Okay, let's check if there's any EMDs available. .com, .net, and .org are all available, right? The first ranking site is an absolute joke. This, guys, is a huge win. Way better than the other one. Let's continue on. Okay, another weak site. High DA, 0 links. Great. High DA, 7 links. Not great, but once again, it doesn't take much to beat, even with 7 links, right? This guy's killing everybody. This one's massive. It's a massively profitable, quick win, easy keyword. I call these quick wins, guys, because it's so obvious that it's easy to rank on the first page. Just based on, poor optimization and a little bit of links, you can beat these guys. No problem. This is a number 1 ranking domain. Okay. So there we go. Let's move on from Fort Worth. Okay. So we found that now, but the interesting thing, guys. Oh, and by the way, laser, let's look up the word laser. How many options do we have? LASER. Okay. Laser hair removal, Fort Worth laser hair removal, and laser hair removal in Fort Worth. We have 3 times 3 is 9 different EMDs that are probably available to buy for $10. So 1, 2, 3 available there. Check these. Okay. 1, 2, 3 available there. 1, 2, 3 available there. So we're on to a hot niche in a big city, right? I usually tell people, look, if you go after big cities, the reason it's hard is because there's a lot of companies that service a big city. So for instance, how many plumbing companies do you believe exist in New York? Probably thousands, because New York is a big city that can accommodate a lot of plumbers to fulfill the need of all the millions of people that need plumbing. But since there's so many plumbers, there's probably a lot of websites. And since there's a lot of websites, there's a good chance there's a lot of websites that are optimized well that you have to compete against. But if you go after a small city, like McKinney, Texas, which, Todd, I believe you're in McKinney, that's a lot smaller. There's not as many plumbers there, meaning there's not as many websites, meaning the chance that they're optimizing their websites is not as good. But people still need plumbing in McKinney. So smaller cities usually work better. But Fort Worth is a big city, but we still, even in a big city, we're able to find a couple good niches and lots of EMDs that we could go after. So laser hair removal was one, and I forget what the other one is already, but Joshua Garrett already registered that domain, but there's already a bunch. So let's back off. Okay. Do it again, guys, or I'll go back up and look. We did a city. Oh, and this is where I want to tell you, we were onto a good niche, right? Laser hair removal. So now, is Fort Worth the best place to build a laser hair removal site? Maybe, maybe not. So what we're going to do, laser hair. This time we're not going to enter a city. This time we're going to enter the niche because we're onto a good niche. Yes, laser hair removal in Fort Worth seems very easy, right? So now we're, instead of looking at what niches are in a city, we're going to look at what cities are good for this niche. So we type in laser hair, we keep our genetic makeup, and we click search again. And now we're off to the races. Now I bet you a ton of the sites that I look at, a ton of the keywords are going to be easy to rank. Okay. Is everybody with me on this? Are you understanding everything so far? Give me a few words on whether you get this or not. Okay. So now we're in laser hair removal. We found 262 potentially good keywords. We're just going to go back to the top. Phoenix laser hair removal. I mean, Phoenix is huge. I don't know if this is going to be profitable. I believe maybe not because the city's big, but maybe the niche is so small. Okay. Only 9 results in title. It's an indication. So let's do the thing again where we analyze the first page. Is anybody optimized? One guy is kind of optimized, not really well though. So nobody's doing a good job on optimization. How many links do people have? How powerful are the domains? Okay. Not huge. Look at this. This is weak. A DA9, PA18. Okay. 7 referring domains, 21 referring domains to the domain, 7 to the homepage. Weak and not optimized. Okay. Laser hair removal is a profitable niche and it's weak. It's weak. Look at this one. A DA10, 0 links. These guys don't know how to do SEO. If you opened up an SEO company specifically for laser hair removal companies, you're going to do okay. Okay. So that's in Phoenix. That's in a city of like what, 5 million people. And the first page is a joke because the niche is so good. Remember, I told you, don't go after plumber, go after weird niches. Let's look at Indianapolis. Laser hair removal, Indianapolis. So we've already found a bunch, guys. 58 results. It's a little more competitive than Phoenix. You'd think Phoenix, they want their legs nice and hair removed, but weak. Look at this, guys. Laser hair removal, Indianapolis, weak. 16 domains, 14. Okay. And he's ranking because I don't know why Milan. I thought we saw that before. Weak. 2 referring domains, PA21. Okay. Guys, these are just another page of weak stuff. Okay, let's look at another one. Cincinnati. If Milan shows up again, I'm going to be like, what? It's not there. I'm looking for something that's super weak here. I mean, this isn't the craziest. That's not that strong. And remember, stuff's, if they're not optimized, I forgot to check if they're optimized. This guy is optimized. That's why he's ranking, but he's weak. That's the point I'm trying to make is when you're optimized, you don't have to build a lot of links. You can be weak. And this tool helps you. Like, guys, I pretty much can check any city, right? Somebody said Phoenix is close to 1.7 million population. Pretty crazy. Boise. Okay. I mean, now we're into a niche where it's like, look, it doesn't matter what city, you know, it's going to be weak, right? We already know this. Something like that's so weak. That the other one that was like so weak. This is super weak. Okay. There's obviously easier and harder cities, but if you want to get into laser hair removal, boom, there you go. Right. So let's look, let's start over. Let's start over because we started with a big city. We found a couple niches. We zeroed in on a niche. And then we found, oh my God, I could just like go USA wide. Okay. Let me just kind of see. I think everybody kind of gets the idea. Let's do, let's go back. I'm going to go back up to where people are commenting. Des Moines. Okay. Des Moines. Am I spelling that right? Des Moines. I'm spelling it. So let's look at Des Moines. a city, right? We're looking at a city. And typically, guys, when you set these golden keyword niche filters in a specific city, the cool thing about that is what pops out is niches, right? Because the keyword Des Moines has to be in there. Because we set the cost per click to $20, who typically advertises and pays $20 per click? Local businesses. So it just magically gives you a list of local businesses in Des Moines, and you get a bunch of niche ideas. So 116 different keywords. Let's kind of see. You'll always see the same stuff. Infinity Lawn Care, Des Moines. Let's check it. I don't know. If it's got the CPC, guys, like lawn care is not huge, but it's recurring. That's the thing I like about it, right? Lawns don't take care of themselves. It's not like, hey, come fix my lawn. People usually hire people to keep coming back. So it's a low-paying niche that's recurring, which is still profitable, right? That's why there's a $42 CPC. That's why people are willing to spend $42 per click to get people to their website, okay? So lawn care Des Moines, and we're in Iowa, I believe, right? So nobody's optimized. Let's open up the Moz bar again. See how strong the sites are. That's decent. I'm looking for something super weak. That's pretty weak. Okay. DA9, PA25, 64 referring domains, 46 referring domains. Once again, guys, it doesn't mean, to compete with this guy, you have to build 65 links because he's not optimized. And I think I showed you guys, when you do good keyword research, okay, when you do good on-page optimization, especially when you have an EMD, you have to build like a 10th of the links that these guys are building to rank on the first page, right? So this is not that strong. It's not like a knockout of the park, but it's definitely doable. So let's look at some more. Garage Door Des Moines. I know that Garage Doors is competitive, but look at this, $165 CPC. Now, remember when I said if the CPC is too high, things can get weird, right? It can start getting competitive. I'm not sure. It's not always going to be the case, but it's often going to be the case. So what we'll do is we'll just check anyways. What really matters, and the only thing that matters, is who's on the first page and how optimized are they, right? Doesn't matter about what might or may not be. Okay, so I'm pretty surprised here, guys. DA8, PA29. It's a lot weaker than I thought it would be. It's still somewhat. If you're good at SEO, guys, and you know what I'm talking about here, you know that, like, I know I could get on the first page for this keyword. I know it'll take a little bit of work, but for garage doors with $164 CPC, that's massively profitable. It's worth the work, right? And is there an EMD available? Garage Door Des Moines. All right. .com and .org are available. So yeah, let me do that. So what I want to do, guys, because I'm doing too much keyword research, I want to give you the offer. People are like, where can I get the tool? Where can I get the tool? So we're going to go, I'll just open a new window. If you go to keywordsupremacy.com/superstar, okay, I've set up a page for you guys, okay, where you can get 1 year of our tool, and we'll give you $200 off every year. Okay, it's normally $697 per year, but the deal that we have for Chris, guys, you can get $200 off every year. If you click on the Get Annual, the coupon will be auto applied. You don't have to do anything. If you don't want to go for the year and you just want to test it out, guys, you can go monthly, $77 a month. Okay, we have both options, but the big savings, we always offer a massive savings. Okay, $200 off per year on the annual, $497 a year versus $77 a month is a massive, massive savings. The cool thing about Keyword Supremacy, guys, all the searches that you do, all those keywords that you find go into your account. You can go back to them later. You can reference them later, right? If you go into my searches, you can go into my history. All your keywords are saved there. You'll always have access to them later on. Find stuff that you missed, get data that you missed, okay? So it's pretty simple little offer. Did I do the whole slides? Let me go back to my slides. Okay, so the genetic makeup, why an EMD, EMD proof, EMD opportunity, covered all that, putting it all together. We built Keyword Supremacy. Let's prove how fast it is, guys. So I'm pretty much done. This is from the same team that built Zagio, me and Todd, okay, in our team. This is a picture of our team. There's the webinar special offer, guys. save $200 off every year for Keyword Supremacy. Okay, just go to keywordsupremacy.com/superstar, pick it up for $4.97. That will get you 100 searches per year in the database that I was in. Okay, this is a live database. Sorry, 100 searches per month, not a per year. That will get you 100 searches per month in the live database. It'll get you unlimited searches in the cache database. And I'll just explain a little bit about what that is. Cache database, every time people use our tool, our keywords go into an overall database. So the cache database kind of keeps growing. It's the same thing, but it's cached data. Okay, it's not as fresh. Live database is fresh data, any country. Cache database is US only. The other functions of the tool, guys, when you want to find other stuff, okay, let's say what did we have? Laser hair removal. I forget where we were. What this keyword will do, or this part will do, it will scrape the auto suggest for you. So if you want to find even more keywords for your niche and your location, auto suggest is one of the best things you can use. And let me show you why quickly. Okay, so laser, it was Fort Worth. Thanks for saving that for me, Google. Okay, so maybe there's more. A, okay, B, C, D. You guys know about the auto suggest, but what you might not know. Okay, let's say I was doing best something for weight loss. Did you guys know that you can scrape in the middle? A, B, C, D, right? Did you know that you can search suggest in the start? A, B, and you can even do search suggestions beside a letter. So if you like words that start with the letter A, B, A, C, A, D. Not a lot of people know that, but our tool gives you the ability to do that. So laser hair removal, Fort Worth. And if you want to use this little % sign, that will give you an auto suggest wherever you want it, right? So at the beginning, in the middle, beside a letter, at the end, okay? All you do is click search. And it's going to go and auto suggest for you. Look at this. All these keywords are about laser hair removal in Fort Worth. I don't even know how many there are there, but they're all, we know we're into a good niche. And if you want to know what are a bunch of additional keywords that I should be targeting or optimizing for, you click the Get Metrics button. That sends it away to get all those keywords analyzed, okay, and give you the cost per click, all the search data that we got on the other searches. So that's called our auto suggest function. We also have a search domain function where you can put in any domain. It'll tell you what that domain is ranking for, all the keywords. We also have the ability to analyze the top domains for any keyword. So if you put in, laser hair, so put in a keyword, it'll show you, here's the top domains ranking. Here's all the optimization elements of those domains. Okay, it's just a nice little extra feature. I don't use it a lot, but it is a nice one. I use it sometimes. You get all of that. You get unlimited access to the keyword search. You get unlimited 100 searches per month in our live database, unlimited searches in our cache database. It's pretty simple offer. And it's a pretty amazing tool. It's the only tool I use for keyword research. Why? Because we built it. And I think that's pretty much, that's the end. So anyone that has any questions about anything I've shown today, I'll pretty much take those questions now. So Chris, if you want to pop them up and then I can answer them. Chris, you still here? Am I still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
I just, I'm scrolling back up to find some we missed earlier. EMD's good, still penalizing .info. I did a lot of these years back, got slammed.
I don't know. I don't register .infos. I go after, the .com is the oldest one. .net and .org are still great. I go after them in that order. If the .com's not available, I'll take the .net. If the .net's not available, I'll take the .org. And then if the .org's not available, I'll move on and just take a different variation and register that. And I've never found like a niche or a keyword that I wanted to get into that I couldn't either register one variation of the EMD or another. So I don't do .infos, and I don't see a lot of .infos ranking when I'm doing this. If you guys go back and watch the webinar closely, I don't think there was a single .info in the rankings.
I think even partial EMDs are getting hard to find and register. Well, he just showed you a bunch.
I just showed you like so many examples.
Should it be the site name, or will a redirect from the EMD to your site work?
I don't quite understand that question.
I think he's asking if you already have a site and you find an EMD, can you redirect it? I think that's overcomplicated.
Oh yeah. So if you already have a site, and you want to take advantage of the power of the EMD, what you should do is take all the content from your old site, put it on the new site, and then 301 your old site to your new site.
Interesting. Does it matter if it's .com? We just kind of answered that.
It helps.
Lots of city suggestions. This tool, one-time buy and monthly. We kind of covered that.
It's not a one-time buy.
Yeah. Can a local directory be built on those as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. Here's a cool one about EMDs. So EMDs can kind of pigeonhole you. So like, for instance, we looked at laser hair removal Des Moines. You're not going to target something out of Des Moines with that kind of EMD because it just no longer makes sense. But there's a lot of times where the state works and you can target all the cities in the state. So let's do a quick search. I'm going to put these back, the filters, and I'm going to do a search in a state, right? So let's do Utah. Okay. Or let's do California because Cali's got, right? You're doing the same thing with your EMD, but you're saying, look, I want to target California. I don't want to target Des Moines, or I don't want to target, Los Angeles, because then you kind of get pigeonholed. But if you want to build a directory, yes, 100%, absolutely. Use the state name in your EMD and then build out your pages. So if you, let's look at one. I'll quickly show you how to optimize those. Okay. I'm just going to grab any one that comes up. Let's say it was laser hair removal California.com. Okay. Let's just say that's what it was. Okay. It's still searching right now. Okay. So what you would do is right. That's simple. Los Angeles. Okay. You can even, I would just stick with that. So laser hair removal, California, Los Angeles. That kind of pigeonholes you to laser hair removal, but that's okay.
There's thousands of cities in California.
So look, here's a bunch, guys. Roofing company moving from Texas to California, which is kind of funny because guaranteed those EMDs are available. But if you built a site that was all about the best way to move from Texas to California, since 480 people a month search for it, and I guarantee you, like, nobody's optimized for that. Well, I guess that is in the title. Well, that's a question. A rich snippet. So that's kind of a cool thing about that keyword is it's more of a question, right? Yeah. Moving from Texas to California, but that still works. But look,
not sure I can monetize that though.
You can monetize that absolutely because you can, like, let's see if there's anything super weak on here. It's a bunch of high DA stuff with low links.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody building a site specifically about moving from Texas to California, but you could, and you'll get good results. But contractor bonds, home warranties, closet prices, life insurance, yeah, that kind of answers that question.
All right. EMD does work. I have 2 websites, and they both have exact match domain, and they started ranking in 2 months. Now bring me 1K visits each month, and now it's only 6 months and got 4K. Awesome. I think it's going to be hard to find opportunities in New York City. Yeah, you kind of agree with that, right?
Well, that's an interesting point and something that I talk a lot about. Notice the way he wrote New York City.
Mm-hmm.
NYC, right? Let's look for big. So New York typically, yes, big, like plumbers, all the hard stuff is going to be hard. But there's a lot of niches in New York City where there's between 200 and 500 searches. But a lot of people search New York City with NYC. You just typed NYC. People do that naturally in Google as well. So using city abbreviations and state abbreviations actually is a big advantage. I have a couple sites that use SLC for Salt Lake City. It works great because nobody's optimizing for abbreviations because they think that it won't work. But Google understands abbreviations, especially when you optimize for the abbreviation. It's in your domain. It's actually a killer strategy. So you can find, guarantee you there's stuff in here that's good for NYC. Let me see if I can find one. NYC tax accountants. Let me just quickly look it up. Nobody's optimized. NYC tax accountants. Is there an EMD available? Okay, .net.org are available. Sorry, I'm going to just turn Moz back on. Okay, Yelp. Nobody's optimized. Number one, that's huge. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my Moz. Sometimes it's a little funky. Anything easy? A lot of high DA with zeros. This is pretty weak. So there you go. Tax accounting. It's those oddball niches in the big cities, guys, that can really be like hidden gem nuggets of gold. The more oddball the niche in a big city, it doesn't matter. And that's what's so great about keyword supremacy is you can really do a lot of niche hunting in big cities. And remember, you can play around with these numbers. Like everyone's going to come in here that buys this tool and use these exact numbers. And then there's going to be the people who think outside the box and be like, I'm going to ignore her and test 500 to 600. I'm going to test a tighter range on the high end, or I'm going to test a tighter range on the low end, or I'm going to adjust my CPC. You know what I mean? Like these filters that I'm giving you are a starting point, but the more you play around with them, right? And maybe define tighter ranges, you will get different, look, financial advisors, you'll get different results that you didn't get on the other searches, especially using open-ended searches where you're saying, look, just show me anything with a minimum $20 CPC versus saying, show me something with $18 to $19 CPC. Because you're being so specific, you're going to get a whole different type of result. And you'll find a ton of stuff. So here's high DAs with zero, high DAs with zero. These are, look, oh, I'm in the entitled search here. What was it? 3 results for New York City financial advisors. Financial advisors. Oh my God. I know that's good. Just looking for something super weak. That's not crazy strong. It's New York City, of course, but yeah, I mean, with a bit of hard work and if you know what you're doing with SEO, you can beat this site. So yeah, really oddball niches. Look at this.
What population is ideal?
What population is ideal?
Like what number?
Anything from about 100,000 to 500,000 is just opening the doors for things to get easier for you, right? And when you go under 100,000, not enough search volume. Over 500,000, too competitive, too much search volume, maybe, you know what I mean? So there's sweet spots, but you could break the rules, guys. It's just, it gets harder to find the hidden gems. The further outside the sweet spots you go, the harder it gets to find those gems. But look at this, guys, like like $33 CPC. I can't even pronounce the word. Gastroenterologist. Like, talk about super like niche down, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's searching for or doing lead gen for gastroenterologists. Not that I know of.
Right. How do we find people who would be willing to give us rental if we rank on top?
Just call people who are on page 2 and 3 for your same keyword and say, like, I'm generating 20 leads a month. Can I send you a couple for free? And we'll go from there. Go to Yellow Pages. Go to, how do you find a company? How does anyone find a company? They go to Google and they look for the company. So go look for the companies that are not doing as good as you.
Eugene thinks I should charge for these videos. Does it work?
He is charging. He's $4.97 for this video, or $77 if you want to go monthly.
Does it work for Amazon affiliate niche research?
Yeah, you can listen. Anything. So let's say you're selling. What are those things? Sneakers. Or I don't know, like, give me any product name, you know what I mean? Just enter a single keyword. Flashlight. And I know those military flashlights are always pretty cool. Can you find EMDs for like a specific $20 CPC? So that's why you probably want to lower your CPC and lower your competition a bit. The filters that I gave were, like I said, were for local lead gen. So use your head. If you're doing Amazon or e-com type stuff, what is the typical cost per click and competition, maybe even search volume of typical e-com products, and get in line with those with the filters, and then do your search. You can see I changed it. Now I'll probably find a bunch of flashlight keywords that, you know, EMDs are available all over the place. And that's the cool thing about keyword supremacy is we filter first, whereas other people filter second, right? You with other keyword tools, you put in a seed keyword, it finds a bunch of keywords, then you filter through the garbage. We filter first, and we filter through the gold to find the extreme gold. You know what I mean? Like, so mini keychain flashlights, you know, tactical flashlights, brightness, like, yeah, it works for anything.
Is there any way to search Google questions for a niche or topic?
We do have a couple questions here. So we have a question database. So if you click on here, you can generate random questions, or you can create your own, or you can just go to Google and type in a question like, how do I, or how can I, or where do I buy, or how do I find, and then it'll do the auto suggest for you. So yeah, we also have related and similar, which are keywords that are related to your keyword, and then keywords that are similar. So similar meaning the seed keyword has to be contained in the keyword, and related meaning the keyword has to be related to the keyword. So there's all kinds of ways to find more keywords for your main keyword, but finding your main keyword is the most important thing. Going out and finding supporting keywords afterwards is super, super easy. But finding that main one, especially if you're going to be doing EMDs, is the most important step.
If the .com is not available, do you take the .org? Yes.
Absolutely.
It says cache database for US only. I assume that means it's available to global members, but the data is cached for US only?
Yeah, meaning you're only going to get results in the US. It doesn't mean you have to live in the United States to use this. I know that's not really
just
what you're asking, but
like
yeah, these are US-based results only, whereas the live database, you can go into any country.
Okay.
Including the US.
Do you have info on what you do after you've got the site built and started ranking, i.e. how to sell the leads? You have some training.
Well, we have other training on all sorts of things. Like nothing that I could teach you like right now on this webinar, but yeah, I mean, just get in our crew and we'll teach you anything you want to know.
How can you monetize when your website ranked #1 in that particular keyword? You just sell the leads.
Sell the leads. Rent the site, sell the leads, flip the site, go to a PPL program.
Can you explain the competition setting? Sorry if I missed it.
Yeah, competition setting is simply how many people are bidding. So this one, how many people are bidding on the keyword that is presented. So if you set this really low, it means not a lot of people are bidding. You know, a medium amount of people are bidding. A high amount of people are bidding on the keyword.
Okay. Should we give access to the site or just forward leads to someone agrees to? You guys are getting hung up on the wrong part, but
yeah,
give access to the site or just forward leads once someone agrees to pay for us.
You guys are already on like, how do I monetize this? And that's not really the training that we're on. Don't worry about monetizing something until it's getting you traffic, right? Today we're focused on, look, can you find a keyword that's going to be able to rank quickly and easy in a profitable niche? Go out and build the website, then ask these questions. Okay, I've got a website ranking on the first page of Google, generating traffic and leads. How do I make money, right? That's when you ask that question, is when you're there.
So you need Keyword Supremacy and Moz tools. The Moz bar is free.
Moz bar is free Chrome extension.
Any others? I mean, to build a site, you'll need WordPress and some hosting, but that's free. About it, right?
Cheap. Yeah. I mean, guys, I'm just here to show you how to find domains that you can register for $10, right? That are profitable and easy to rank. I'm not here on this webinar specifically to teach you how to build sites and how to sell sites and stuff. We're talking about, look, is there keywords out there that can be registered for $10 still? Yeah. And are they easy to rank? Yeah. And are they profitable? Yeah. So I'm really only showing that step today.
Yeah.
But I love that you guys are excited by that enough to be like, I believe that this is going to be happening. How do I make money with it?
Right. Can you do more than 100 live searches if you buy credits or something? If you run out, you can buy more credits, right?
Not for the live database. We have a hard limit, but I haven't had anyone reach it and message us. But you could just, if you do it, message us and we can always like figure it out. 100's a lot.
Yeah. I asked in connection with keywords, any others, not the WordPress and links. That's about it. I mean, there may be some call forwarding depending on how you monetize it, but to get the site rank, you just need the two keyword, you need keyword supremacy, Zagio, and the Moz bar, and that's it. And that was the last question so far.
Okay. Something else to show you guys on my profile, some stuff that because I do a lot and I try things and I'm always experimenting, right? Especially once we get good software. So July 27th, that's what, 5 days ago, I just found an EMD with 165,000 monthly searches. Okay, $10 CPC, and the #1 ranking domain for that keyword was a DA7 with 15 referring domains. Okay, I'm not going to share that keyword, but I do want to share something with you guys that you could do with keyword supremacy. Everything I taught you today is how to find easy rankers, right? Like if you want to go out there and make your job really easy and make profit, okay? But that doesn't mean you can't do something like this, okay? Show me keywords with a minimum of, say, 20,000 searches per month, the cost per click minimum of $20 per month, an AdWords competition of 0.3, right? And then enter a keyword. So I'm just going to enter 3 words like PRE. I don't know what's going to come up. I have no idea, but I know that it's going to have minimum 20,000 searches per month. And doing this, guys, I have found some of the craziest shit that, that I like that. Holy shit. I just found an EMD with 165,000 searches per month. So maybe you can even do this within specific niches where you're like, look, I want to go after baller stuff. Like, I don't know. You guys help me here. What do tradesmen do? Or like, what kind of job? Work, they install, they fix. So let's go with the word install. Okay, let's check this. Gutter installers. I hate the near me thing. Okay, which reminds me, you can exclude certain keywords. So if I say, don't show me anything that has the word near in it, you put it in the exclude box. I'm going to search again because I don't do the near me thing. Personally, I know a lot of. So let's look at.
I don't like it either, for the record.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. I'm looking for something really long tail here. So like almost like garage doors with installation. You know what I mean? .net.com.org. I'm not saying that that's easy to rank. I'm just saying you can get EMDs for high volume keywords. And they're out there. And to give you another example of why that matters, let me show you this site. Okay, this is on July 27th as well. Popular SEO and lead gen myths busted. You need a GMB to be successful in the rank and rent. It's not true. You can't be successful at GMB without, you can't be successful at lead gen without GMB. It's not true. EMDs don't, these are all myths, right? That are busted. EMDs don't provide rankings boost. EMDs can't be used nationally. Duplicate content doesn't work. Spin tax is bad. You need a lot of backlinks to rank well. Here's an example of a site that I registered, which was a high value niche. Look at the calls, guys, that we're generating on a monthly basis. Okay. And where was it? The funny thing about that one was, where was it? It was an EMD that I registered, like a high value EMD. Okay. And look at the growth over the past year. Okay. We're at about 300 to 400 clicks a month now. And we're starting to rank for tons and tons of stuff. And it wasn't even that big of a deal. Like it was just a good high value EMD, like kind of one of these, right? Like gutters installer, right? But it was like, it worked. It just took some time. So if you want to find high value EMDs, play around with these metrics, right? This tool is incredible. I'll tell you guys that much. Like the stuff that you'll find, I'll tell you the biggest problem that you're going to have when you guys buy this tool. you're going to register too many domains. I guarantee you, you're going to get excited. You're going to be like, this is profitable. This is profitable. Register. But you're not, a lot of people are going to register a lot, but they're not going to get to work. And it's like, you need to get to work. Trust me, you're going to come in here, register a bunch of shit because it's cheap. It's massive. But trust me, guys, get to work. When you find these, build them. Just don't sit on them. You can also flip the domains, be like, I found this keyword. Like for instance, I could go and do a monthly newsletter where I release 50, high paying niches and sell the domains for like $30. Like, okay, I found this domain. It has this volume, this CPC. Here's the competition analysis for you. Buy the domain off me for $30. You can flip the shit you buy too, right? If you want to. 30 days, Eugene. He said how outdated is the cache. It's not outdated. It's just cached, meaning 30-day old data, whereas the live database is as fresh as it gets.
Very good tool. I want to use it. And well, in that case, go to keywordsupremacy.com/superstar and sign up, because then I get money. Plus, it's a good tool.
It is a good tool. Trust me, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I don't bring people on that I don't think have good stuff. I don't promote just for the sake of promoting. I bring people on that I think will actually benefit people watching. So, both what they sell and them as an individual. Roger says he's in. Welcome aboard, Roger.
Welcome, Roger. If there's any more questions, I think that's pretty much it, guys, from what I wanted to show you. Just wanted to give that little education presentation, offer you a tool to help you find them. And if there's any questions, I'll answer them. Otherwise, we'll just go to a replay.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, before we wrap up, just please let Todd and Herc know if you like this, if you appreciate it, whether you sign up or not. Just let us know what you think, and thank them for taking the time to do this. We've been here for an hour and a half. These guys are both really busy, so we appreciate them coming on. So just express that to them, and then let us know if you have any other questions. Otherwise, we will start wrapping it up because we're already 90 minutes in. So
good stuff.
Olympian Cares said, just got here. Is there training inside the tool once I have access? So how to use it and how to take advantage of it.
Right here, lessons, dashboard.
Hold on, I stopped sharing the screen.
Oh yeah, well, inside under the main menu item, there's lessons and past webinars and stuff like that kind of take you through everything like that.
Okay. Jim says, love the training, huge value. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Charlene says, show me how to monetize.
That's another webinar.
Yeah. I guess I need to do more on rank and rent and lead gen though, because it seems like there's some knowledge gaps there. Awesome training. Thank you. All right, we'll give it another minute or two, and then we'll to see if there's any more questions. Then we'll wrap it up. Let me bring the link back up one more time. You maybe want to just cover the what's included again?
Full access to keyword supremacy, unlimited searches. The only limitation is 100 searches per month in the live database.
And if they sign up for a year, it's a $200 discount, right?
Yeah, the price, we're giving you $200 off per year. So $497 is our unlimited. Like, use the tool as much as you want, right? No limitations. Normally we sell that for $697 a year because we have a lot of heavy API costs to deliver this much data to that many users. So normally $697 a year. You guys get it off Chris. You get $200 off per year. The only limitation is 100 searches per month in the live database, which is still plenty, because you get all your searches that you do go into your saved searches. You get your own little database. Once you create a keyword supremacy account, all your data stays in your account. You have access to it. You can download it. You can go filter through it again. So 100 searches per month is the only limitation.
Okay. Leslie Turner says, I love the idea of opening SEO Biz to target small niches like your laser hair removal sample. How do you do it? By SEO domain to target that niche? Yeah, I mean, that was kind of what we showed, is that you find the keyword, you buy the domain, you rank that keyword, or those keywords, and then you sell those leads or rent that site to a business that will benefit from it. Looks like I need to do like a rank and rent case study or something.
Well, we can come on and do a rank and rent whatever. Free.
And that might actually be a good idea, because it seems like that's been the general theme here, is there's kind of a unfamiliarity with that model. So
yeah. Well, we could. I don't know about next week, but we could definitely come back on and really talk about the lead gen model, the rank and rent lead gen model, and how do you monetize, and how do you get customers and stuff like that. We obviously do a lot of training in that as well, but if I was to sit here and kind of teach you guys everything about the questions that you're asking, this would be like literally 20 hours of instruction.
Yeah, this one thing took 90 minutes. So
yeah, and that's just keyword research. Yeah. There's still on-page optimization, which we did an hour last week. There's still off-page optimization, which is building links. I can get into private blog networks, PBNs, get into like selling methods. It's a lot.
Yeah, I think I'll do some stuff on that, and then we can work out a time to do that too, because I think it'll tie all of it together nicely. It's pretty much the only tool I use for keyword research. Why? We built it. Fantastic. He likes the confidence there. Truthfully, I find the best products come from things that the owner wanted to use themselves, and then they just sold them. That's where Legiit came from too, is that I wanted something that didn't get hacked all the time.
Yeah, if you guys.
Did we lose him?
Hello? I think so.
All
He's
right.
frozen.
That's funny.
He's frozen, man. He'll probably be back in just a second.
Yeah, I'll text him and let him know.
Yeah, just to kind of reiterate on that, what we were just talking about is that, the truth of it is that everything that we've built has basically come from doing the process manually. And this is a place where I've always come from. And being a software engineer, programming in college and out of college, and solving solutions, seeing things that I was doing manually over and over again, or outsourcing, or having to hire someone to do it. Well, being, a computer programmer, I was like, I'm just going to write a program that does all this for me, and then bring it in, and it's done. And, it takes a little bit of development time and costs and all those things. But once you've got that done, then you have, that firepower just to go in there and click away, and then it brings you back exactly what you're looking for. And it just makes the process a whole lot easier and smoother, and allows you to scale up, right? Because you can do this on your own by yourself. You can go out and get this tool and that tool, and watch some YouTube videos, and go over here and do this and do that, and figure it all out, and then go through the manual process of doing it. Or you build a piece of software that does that for you all automatically, and then you're able to move quicker. Get this and get that done. Move on to the next step. Move on to the next step. Move on to the next step. So this software, combined with the one that we presented last week, helps you along the way to save time and money. And that's been my motto. I think my entire career is better, faster, cheaper. That's what I try to do when we're developing software, is make things better than what's out there, faster than what's out there, and cheaper than what's out there.
Awesome.
Herc, you're back?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. My lights flickered in my house, and
it was interesting. You were like literally frozen in place on the screen there for a second. So,
momentary lapse of reason.
Unless you guys have something else, it's probably a good place to jump off. Is there a deal for Zagio? So yeah, whatever was there last week should be active. And anything else you guys want to cover, or should we wrap this up?
No, we'll wrap it up there.
All right.
Keep people
guys.
Hopefully.
Yeah, definitely, you guys. The Zagio webinar. I'm not begging you to pick it up or anything like that. You'll pick it up if you need to. But the amount of training, the amount of knowledge that is, in that webinar, and we do this all the time on pretty much everything we do on presentation. We're going to show you how it's done. Now, obviously, our software that we've spent, hundreds of thousands of dollars over many, many years developing will make your life a lot easier. but the underlying principles of what our software does, can be understood. So definitely there's a lot of knowledge if you go and watch that stuff, and you'll get a lot better understanding of how sites rank, and you can piecemeal it together if that's what you want to do. Obviously, some people just aren't in a position to grab things at leisure. But definitely, if you want to learn more about how on-page works, that Zaj webinar, it's always great.
All right. I think that does it. We will be back next week with something. I haven't figured out what that's going to be yet, but I'll let you know when I do. Todd, Herc, thanks again for your time. This was a great presentation. The link one more time let me get that on the screen, because that's kind of why we're here. But we'll be back soon. I appreciate you guys taking the time to do this last week and this week. It helped a lot, and we'll do this again sometime soon. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great one.
Thanks for having us, Chris.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.
Peace.